Hello there and welcome to another video from the World Cup in Sochi. Now this one features a David versus Goliath matchup. We have Chitumbo Mwali from Zambia, no idea how to pronounce that, and Haik Martirosiyan from Armenia, a strong chess country rich in tradition. They had the 9th world champion, Grand Prix. But Zambia, not a lot of chess culture. They do have, I believe, GM, Amon Simotov, a grandmaster. He's from Zambia. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Mwali Chipumbo, it's Chiumbo, not Chipumbo. Chiumbo Mwali, he's an international master. However, the international master titles and titles are sometimes given out for a good performance in solo tournaments. So you'll see many IMs and even FMs in like South America and Africa who haven't reached the title by traditional means. They haven't reached 2400 and haven't gotten the norms. So it's kind of based on a good result in a solo tournament. And that seems to be the case with Chiumbo Mwali. His peak rating is 2356, which is less than my peak rating. And his current rating is 2281. So he's the clear underdog here. And he lost the first game against Martirosiyan. But he did earn his place by having a good result in a solo tournament. So here he is with the white pieces. And let's see what happens. C4, the English opening. E5, the, well, principled response. And we have one of the main lines. Knight goes back to b6. I think this is an accurate move because bishop e7. I like to play d4 here with white, which gives white different options, but knight b6 kind of takes that away. Now, Mwali plays this in a rather slow manner with white. He goes knight b to d2 and plays b3. So he's kind of playing a reverse type of hedgehog, dragon hedgehog kind of, and black kind of gets a free hand. It's like he's playing against the Perk or the dragon or things where you fianchetto the bishop and you get bishop h3 in. Bishop goes to h1 and black gets h5. So already this is looking very dangerous for white. You know, the rook is still on the h file, and I would be considerably worried here. But Mwali, he played rook to c1, black took on g3, and white took with the f pawn. I think it's very important to take with the f pawn here. If you take with the h pawn, you run the risk of simply getting mated, and there could be a tactic, let's say castles, and let's say white goes for something on the queen side. Sometimes bishop f1 is working here. Maybe not here because of knight h4 and some key lines. But a tactic such as this sometimes works, where you can take here. It's not going to work here because of knight h4 though. But if there was a knight on f6, we could play knight to g4. So in some lines this kind of attack will work. In this case we could, you know, at least chicken out with a draw. But these kinds of things you have to worry about if you take with the h pawn. So he took with the f pawn, and that way you can also sometimes try to defend on the second rank this h2 pawn. Okay, the bishop went back, b4, and Martirosiyan really went for it here with b5, trying to create weaknesses, attacking this pawn, breaking things open with c6, and, well, attack on the flank, break in the center. That's what Mwali does. He plays d4. It takes and queen takes, so black is now up a pawn. But his king is still in the center, and where to put the king? Well, we can't castle here, and castling here looks slightly risky, but maybe we might go for it. Maybe we might do it. Knight c6 and d takes e5. And here Martirosiyan probably should take back on e5, but he plays f5. I think he was still hoping for a relatively easy win, given that his first game went relatively smoothly. But this turns out to let white into the game a bit more than black perhaps would like. After knight d5, knight c4. And after f4, Mvali is up to the task and plays knight to d6. Maximizing the potential of this bishop. And we don't mind this because, well, there's not much going on here at the moment. Black needs more pieces for the attack on h5 to work. And knight f6, it's white who is now striking rook c5. He's not letting the queen swing over to the king side that easily. It's not going to come here and here, or here and here, you know, depending on what white does. So queen b4, and now rook c7. And it seems like black was worried about attack on this pawn. So he played bishop d7 blocking, but now bishop c5. And this is where Martirosiyan missed his chance. He played queen to b2, which threatens a big check here. True. Big check if you can land it. But he had a nice tactic to keep the game even by taking on h1. White would have to take, and now bishop c6 check. And this you have to take, because if you don't, the next move is queen takes c5. Black has two pieces for the rook, and white's king is vulnerable. So black would have to take, we throw in a check, and then we take this. And with the king set being this weak and the knight about to jump in, it's still hanging in the balance, but probably Martirosiyan would have been able to outplay his opponent from here. However, let's go back. After queen b2, Mvali simply blocked the path to h2. And here it looks like Martirosiyan went off the rails here with queen to f6. I don't know what he missed. I mean, the knight is hanging, but his position is getting pretty bad. Bishop takes e4, bishop g4. But Mvali, he found the tactics. He played queen e4, check to the king, b5, trying to deflect the queen, but bishop c6, and this one is dropping. Everything is falling, and Mvali didn't fall for the tricks. Not king c2 because queen h1, which is mate in 2. 3 actually. No, actually 4. Made in a few moves, let's go with that. But now he can interpose the bishop. And it's basically GG. And indeed, Martirosiyan resigned. And against all odds, G. Umbo Mvali has forced a tiebreak. So we wish him all the best tomorrow, but he's going to be up against it. But we'll keep an eye on that. You know, good luck. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.